Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition Bayou Outdoors 365, presented by Bayou Outdoor Supercenter and Bayou Outdoor Power Sports. I'm Patrick Dennis. We just now are leaving Red River South Marina here, just south of Bossier City. We just got done shooting some really fun segments, crappie fishing, and I can't wait to share those with you, but that is not the subject matter of this week's show. There's coming up here on Saturday, March the 12th, scheduled for the SandBass tournament. It's the Barber SandBass tournament going on there. Jackpot is what they like to call it there on the Sabine River. And so I wanted to go out to the Sabine River. So who did I go out with? I went out with the Barber sisters. You talking about Jana and Dana. And so that's what we're going to do this week. And oh my gosh, what kind of fun did we have? Well, let's start it off and go out there right now and get it all started this week for you on Bayou Outdoors 365. This is what you do? You anchor up somewhere?
If I can tie the front, that's great.
So why crawfish?
Flavor, scent, I guess. Natural.
It'll charm them up.
Now, did you go catch the crawfish yourself?
Yes, I do.
Now you just let yours go out there and set it down and just let it sit there?
Sit and bump. That's what I've been told to do.
That's what you've been told to do.
Sit and bump.
So why did you pick this location right here for us to stop at?
Just from past fishing, and we actually caught them here last Friday. So
I mean, what are you looking for though on the Sabine River? I've always been told a lot of times you're looking for current. Right. You're looking for also these curves in the river where typically sandbars are able to go and end up forming as well.
Right. The fish they travel up the river and they actually take a break every once in a while to kind of get out of the current. And you'll notice right here is kind of a little area where they can get out and then feed and then go on up the river, use the current to travel with.
So what are you going to be fishing with first?
I'm going to do crawfish.
How fresh are these crawfish?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yes, yesterday.
They were a little cold this morning.
Yeah, they were actually a little icy. We were told by an old guide, and actually my dad, you fish in about 11 or 12 feet of water. You move it, or if you're fishing in about 12 feet of water, you can bump the crawfish on the bottom, bump your weight, and they hear it, see the dust trail, and they smell the crawfish.
Now, up until now, has it been challenging? I mean, because you haven't heard, I guess, a ton of reports yet. Because I get the key thing about being a successful trip up the Sabine River for SandBass is going to be the SandBass have to be ready to move upstream for the spawn and everything. Correct?
Correct. This year.
Look, this is the first cast. I don't know if this is good luck or bad luck. I've heard different things.
Very nice female, I can already tell.
Do that. These are beautiful fish, but again, you have to be real careful because of the basically their gills up there. They're like, they're sharp edges.
Right.
For the boats and get close to them.
Yep, there's another one. Well, we found a nice spot for today.
They turned their boat around. It's okay. Reel them in. It could be the same one. That's okay. That makes good television.
I got one.
Oh my gosh, we got a double going on. I need to cast out.
Yep.
We got to start ourselves a triple.
Down.
What are y'all? What are y'all doing?
Mine's bigger, definitely.
Of course.
Oh yeah, she's nice. Oh yeah.
I don't know who to focus on. Get yours in. Come on up here. Come on.
We got it.
Okay, now we'll go back to the back.
Oh yeah, she's a really nice.
Sisters are getting it done.
Wide female. Yes.
That's a big one.
Yes, my goodness.
Put mine back.
And you gotta have to wait a little longer so we can get the photo op with you.
My bad.
You gotta wait for those. We gotta get photo
Yeah,
ops.
look how big.
Welcome back, everybody. Bayou Outdoors 365. So we're gonna go back down there to the river, the Sabine River, and we'll show you a little bit more of our footage that we got out there. But they know how to fish that Sabine River. And I think it's so cool that they continue to want to do this tournament in memory of their dad. And they used to have sand bass tournaments there in the Sabine River for years, and then the town in Logansport there stopped doing it. But these sisters wanted to continue it, all in memory of their dad, who loved to go out there and fish for sand bass. So let's go out with them one more time and check it out here this week.
Oh yeah. It's a hereafter.
Ooh, putting up a little fight there on you.
Another nice female. Nice female. Yeah, they're here. Goodness.
So Jenna, you switched. What'd you do?
I swapped to artificial.
So what are you throwing artificial?
I'm actually fishing with a Roadrunner. It's a white with pink head this year. They're real hot this year. Another nice female. And the chartreuse with the red head.
I cast out one time. I can't even fish, and she's showing off back there in the back. Okay, we got a double here. What you cast? What did you do?
I cast it up above her. I'm casting her home from the front of the boat.
Ooh, she's big.
That's huge.
Oh my God. It doesn't matter sometimes. Would this be the size you're looking for 5 fish on a tournament day?
Yes,
Definitely.
Oh, well.
when they get in that current, they feel like they weigh about 10 pounds.
Your fingers will be so sore.
A lot of people put duct tape on their fingers. They rarely jump like a bass, like an actual bass. A lot of people call them, they're white bass, sand bass. Well, we were born and raised here in Logansport, grew up on the Sabine River fishing with our dad and our mother, and it's just in us. There's nothing like spending the day on the river, catching or not catching. There's no bad day on the river. Our goal with our jackpot is to get people out and get them to fish. But if not the jackpot, if you don't enter that, just get your kids out and fish, because the memories that we made as kids growing up with our parents fishing on this river, when you're gone in the end, all you have is your memories.
Is there competition between the two of you?
No. Not really, because I know I'm going to catch bigger and more.
She always beats me, and I've accepted the fact.
Yeah, but even though you got one right now.
Even though she's catching and I'm not right now.
Didn't even hit the bottom this time. Yeah, she normally catches the biggest.
And the most. But that's not what it's about. That's like the people, they'll ask, where are you fishing? Well, we'll happily tell you exactly the spot where we're fishing after the jackpot.
Look at this. Yeah, that's a nice one. River.
They say you're supposed to be quiet when you're fishing, but
Oh,
no,
who cares?
not with kids.
Okay, so the rattle trap did it again a while ago. Got him twice. We've been talking about fishing for sand bass on the Sabine River, and I've done it before, but I want to go back in time, because I started my love for fishing for sand bass all thanks to one fishing guide. He's not guiding anymore, but you know what? He's still around with us, and I want to go and show it to you right now. Some of the other times I went out there several years back, and you can obviously tell I'm a lot younger in them too. But I went out with Greg Crafts, who was a guide on Toledo Bend, and he introduced me to sand bass fishing. So take a moment and take a look at these videos.
The cold weather may have delayed the start of the white bass season and may have made things a little tough when it comes to trying to find them, but the Sabine River in East Texas is starting to turn on.
Here, just look at that every cast.
For years, Greg Crafts has been taking clients on the river this time of year. And while the white bass season has been a little slow, it is now heating up, and now is the time to head out.
Early spring, late winter, the white bass are going to migrate up into the river proper. This is where they spawn. They don't build a nest, they actually drop their eggs in a current. So the more water and the more current you have in the river, the further these fish will travel, but they're traveling in schools.
When fishing for white bass, like some people like to call them, by the way, sand bass, you have to use the right bait. In this case here, I'm using a chrome-colored rattle trap.
Oh, male.
So what are you fishing with? What do you use to fish with?
Like using a chartreuse rattle trap, 1/4 ounce.
And remember that handling a white bass is a lot different than a normal largemouth bass.
With a white bass, they have a real sharp gill plate, and it's just like a razor. So you need to be careful when you're handling the fish. But if you take your time, you won't have any problem.
So have fun this early spring and give fishing for white bass a try.
There's a little male here, but these fish have real sharp gill plates, and if you're not careful, they'll just slice you open if you don't grab them the right way. Lean the fish over to the side and just grab those gills, and you can do whatever you want to with him.
Somebody found the right bait.
She would, come on.
Okay, I switched my baits. I'm tired of Dave up here catching all the fish. I'm about to kick him off the front of the boat. Is that okay if I do that, Greg?
I had a heartbeat.
Well, the thing of it is, we switched the bait to this one. Just got through recording something, joking around about it. Switched it over to this rattle trap here, and then all of a sudden you go in and catch one. Okay, I'm gonna admit it must have been the bait selection right there. You're still not getting the front of the boat back.
Got him back.
In there. There you go.
What's going on right now? I mean, where are the fish going to? You said the fish are moving.
Well, they're in the process of spawning, and what they do, they run the river as long as they're current. They keep running the river heading north. But the fish we're catching right now aren't really feeding heavy. They're kind of just running along the edge of this sandbar, dropping off into the river. Whoa.
What do you look for as far as trying to find that right place to go and decide to go fish for the white bass up here?
Well, there are a lot of things that can determine what you want to work. Main thing is the level of the lake, of the river. If the river's high like it is, you get a lot of these sloughs that are flooded, and it'll be calm, and these fish will back up into these sloughs to get out of that current running. Well, it's probably one of the best things you can do if you have a family with children and such, because there's a lot of activity, a lot of catching. That one just through the rattle trap. That's you. We'll fill that up.
Okay, everyone, if you have been waiting and you've been wanting to go out and do a little fishing on the Sabine River for sand bass, this is the time of the year to go and end up doing it. And once again, they're having their tournament here as well. Now, joining me right now happens to be Jana and Dana, and they are the Barber sisters?
That's it.
Okay,
Yes,
got
sir.
that right there. So, in actuality, a few years back, this was actually a tournament held yearly that was put on by basically Logansport in the area, am I correct?
Correct. Correct. Chamber of Commerce.
Right, and so they've stopped doing that, but you guys decided to pick up that, banner for it and continue it. So, how many years have you done it, and what is it called?
This is our 4th year. It's the 4th annual Barber SandBass Jackpot.
Okay.
We actually lost our dad in 2018. We've grown up here on the river in Logansport fishing, and got so many memories that we knew he would want us to carry it on. So in 2019, when we found out that the chamber wasn't going to put it on, we chose to take it over in memory of him.
Did you have to sort of rebuild it again to remind people that it is in existence now?
Yes.
That's exactly what we're doing. We're in the rebuilding phases. We started out with 20-something teams. Last year we had 37, and this year our Facebook page has grown from 300 to 915.
Let's give them folks more teams than they can handle this year. No, but be nice to them.
Bring
Be
it
easy with
on.
them. So let's talk a little bit about it. What is the date of it?
March 12th is the date.
That's Saturday?
Saturday, March 12th. You can launch anywhere as long as you're on the Sabine Toledo Bend. Just don't start fishing before 6 o'clock.
Okay, so you got that going on there with it. And you have to stop fishing at what time?
You have to be in line to weigh in at 2 o'clock.
Where do you have to be in line? I know we're standing where it is, but where is
Correct.
this?
Garrett's Park Boat Launch in Logansport, Louisiana.
We're about a mile out of Logansport.
Okay, so we're just a mile just to the north of Logansport with it. So what's the entry fee?
It's $100 a team, and we also offer a $50 big bass pot.
Yeah.
The winner of the big bass wins the entire pot.
And that's per team, $50 per team. So it's
$50.
$150 to enter everything.
Yeah.
Winner takes all of the $50 in the big bass jackpot.
So the winner takes all of that money there with it. So it depends upon how many teams have entered then, right?
Last year, just for example, last year we had 37 teams. We had one team, I think, that didn't enter that, and the prize was $1,250.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No, for one fish.
And there's going to be door prizes and other things too?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yes, we are very humbled by this. As a matter of fact, we started out the first year buying prizes ourselves just to draw about every 15 minutes throughout the jackpot during the day. And we have people almost daily contacting us wanting to donate door prizes. And
we have $50 bills. We have Yeti carry-out load-off buckets.
Yeah.
Souvenir. We get Barber SandBass jackpot souvenir knives made every year, custom knives. And we've got it's been overwhelming at the...
How can they get information to register?
Join us on Facebook at annual Barber SandBass Jackpot. One thing we want to do with this whole entire thing is get people out fishing, making memories. That's what it's all about to us. We'll help. If you're on the river and you need help, call us. We'll put you on a fishing spot after the jackpot. We do have a lot of family members that participate.
I know where some of them are.
And one thing we do is because we want the kids and the families and the fathers bringing their daughters or vice versa, sons, whatever. But we offer for no entry fee. If you interrupt with your child as your partner, we put the 13 and under children in their own side jackpot for the biggest bass. Last year we paid $250 to the 13 and under with the biggest fish. We had 4 or 5 different ones, and every one of them got money and a rod and reel.
Let's just clarify everything, though, real quick for everybody. This is a tournament for sand bass, also white bass there.
Correct.
Not hybrids or anything like that,
Right.
with it. So do remember going that with it. It's an event that takes place Saturday, March the 12th. Get registered for it now in doing so. And this is the 4th year you all have done it.
That's correct. And it's a 5-fish stringer. We get that question a lot. It's 5 fish. You bring your big fish, we weigh your big fish, then we add it to your stringer, and we weigh all 5.
But there's not necessarily a limit of 5 fish in the boat.
Right.
So you don't. It's not like a bass tournament where you can't. But you can have other fish there, and you can take those home and eat them.
Right.
And cook them and eat them.
The limit is the per person limit is 25 per person.
Okay.
So you just can't have more than that.
Folks, it is going to be fun. Get out and do it. If you've never been out sand bass fishing before, this is a prime opportunity to go and end up doing it. It is a lot of fun there with it. It's like their own version of crappie fishing or fishing for brim. When you get on them, it is a whole lot of fun. So get in touch with them and get signed up today. You don't want to miss it on March the 12th.
Absolutely. And if not, just come out and bring a lawn chair and participate. Watch the weigh-in. We have a lot of friendly competition that goes on.
So make sure you join us, everybody, out here on March the 12th.